What's happening, y'all? Let's swap cameras, shall we? How are y'all doing? Welcome to this live stream on the G.A.S Project TV. We're streaming on two platforms, of course, YouTube and Facebook. So if for some reason it says viewers' comments will not be visible when streaming into Facebook, I don't know why that is. Oh, you have to change a setting. Well, I didn't know that. So that's why the Facebook comments never come up. So if you're on Facebook watching and I don't answer you, it's not on purpose. Please don't take it that way. If you have a YouTube account, please jump on YouTube and if you want to participate, feel free to do that. Let me wow, we got some people in here already. Greasy Monkey Guitars, what's happening, man? He says he's first. Uh-oh. Oh, there's Mr. Pooh Ninja. Yeah, man. What's up, Pooh? How are you doing, man? How are you doing? We got, let's see. I hear that old school sound we used to play. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to get into that, definitely, man, because this... we got a lot to talk about here. I'm just trying to get to some of these comments. Andrew Knox, what's up, brother Andrew? How are you doing? Thanks for being here, my friend. I like your logo, man. That looks cool. Looks really cool. Yeah, everybody's chilling out, man. Thank y'all very much. Yeah, I tried to get this set up. Thank God it worked this time. So I had to go over some stuff. And Mr. Mick had to go over some stuff and just try to rush through this thing a little bit to get things where they're kind of halfway decent because I'm on a time schedule. And my wife she just made it to her destination. So she's not here today. Hey, Mr. Mick, he goes, did you get your pedal today? Yes. Finally. We're going to definitely talk about that too, my friend. Because that was a whole big old hot mess there. I mean, it was just crazy. Okay, I think we're good on the comments, I think. Okay, y'all feel free to keep it up. Love the comments, man. That's what keeps the show alive. That's the lifeline. Okay, so with this Rockman MXR and the Rockman X100, I'm sure you know by now, it's all over the internet, the YouTube guitar community. The Rockman modules have been put into a small pedal form. And, man, I'm going to tell you, it's worth every cent. I believe they go for about $229. And what I had to do is, luckily, when I watched another video the other night, I can't remember who it was. I remember the guy saying there's an internal switch that you have to flip to make it stereo. Usually it's just set to mono. You have to take the back cover off and flip that switch closest to the edge of the pedal, the wall of the pedal. And sure enough, there was a tiny switch in there. I about didn't see it. I was like, man, I don't see nothing because it's just a circuit board. And that switch is ever so tiny. And I looked and I said, man, sure enough. So I had to flip it to the left, closest to the, like I said, to the edge of the pedal. And put it back together. And you have to have a TRS cable coming out of the output because it's only a one input and one output, and get you a TRS cable and come out of that into a stereo pedal, and then you go from there, and then of course it'll make it. That's what the guy, I heard him say on the video. So that's what I did, and it's is the adapter for the pedal 1.2 gigawatts? Yeah, 1.21 gigawatts. Yeah. Okay, so all right, man, we're gonna go over this pedal. So right now I have it on the very first setting, which is just plain as it can be. All right. And it has a another output on the left-hand side for a foot switch. So I do have a foot switch hooked to it, which makes life so much easier. So we're going to go through a couple of these clean tones. And it has a chorus button on it as well. You just hit that chorus and it sounds, it's that classic sound. So here's the first clean. Pretty cut and dry. We're going to go to, and there's 4 settings, all right? Here's the next clean tone. Not really much of a difference, but, you know, okay. Number 3. Now we're getting into the overdrive section. And then you flip it one more, and that's the hot overdrive. Now, let's start from the beginning again. I'm going to activate the chorus button, okay? Chorus button is now on. Nice and smooth. Let's go to number 2. And then the first overdrive. And then the last. All right, and now this is when it gets really fun for me, okay? So now that I'm going TRS into my stereo board here, I'm going to activate some stereo effects. It's going to really, now this sounds great, don't get me wrong, but since you have it in stereo mode, now I'm going to just bring it to life. I'm going to try to anyway. So here we go. We're going to go one by one. Let's hit a digital delay Boss DD5. Let's activate that. The reason I bend down and do it with my hand because there's another board right underneath it, and it's hard to do it with my foot because there's so many pedals right there. So here's the Boss DD5. So it's starting to open up, right? Now I'm going to hit this Donner, I think it's called a white tape delay. So I have 2 delays that are kind of offset a little bit, kind of help the stereo. So let's see what that sounds like. So you can hear it's really starting to open up now. Let me check my tuning here real quick. I was playing the Satriani model over there, and man, it would not stay in tune for nothing. I got to change out the post. That's what's going on. The post are crap. So this one right here. So we're going to do some surgery on that one over the weekend. Mr. Dave Randall's in the chat. Hey man, how are you doing, sir? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. We're just going over this pedal. Okay. So now we got the delays activated. There's one more delay I'm going to activate, which is the Boss SDE 3000. Now we're going to really get some stuff going here. So, you know, reverb and delay, man, I love that. So here we go. Now it's getting more lush. Sounds great. So it has a chorus built in, but I'm going to activate my hardwire stereo chorus, and it just, holy crap, it's incredible. So let's see now. Now I'm going to activate the mimic pedal, which is a doubler if you don't know. So now that's That sounds really cool, man. Let's see. Andrew, the Floyd post. Oh, yeah, I use those, man. Yes, thank you. I used those on another guitar. I sure did. Yeah. Yeah, I used them. I had to order another set. But yes, sir. I sure did, man. Thank you, Andrew. Let's see. Charlie S. in the chat. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Thank y'all so much for checking this out, man. But this unit is incredible. Now, yeah, I'm adding some effects, some stereo effects, but that's... If you got them, use them. I mean, it's just awesome. It is so awesome, man. Takes me back to when I had the Rockman X100 back when I was a teenager. And it sounds just like that, but it's not noisy either. The old units, I remember I still have a couple of the modules sitting over there on top of that cabinet. And a Rockman sustainer and a stereo chorus, and they're noisy. They're good, but they're noisy. And I have a Rockman, it's not the X100, but it's the one underneath it. I'm the soloist. And it sounds just like that, but it's noisy. But they took care of all that on this pedal. So, and the only problem I had, man, was when I ordered this pedal, I paid extra money to have it shipped overnight. I was supposed to get this Friday. It didn't show up till today. So I'm in here trying to do what I can to get used to it. And I mean, it's easy to operate. You got two sliders on the front. The first slider is your volume, and the second slider is your input gain. So I have the input gain all the way up, and the volume is only halfway up. I don't need it all the way up. It'd be too loud. So yeah, it sounds incredible, man. And my phone, why is it when I go live, my phone starts blowing up with messages? I don't get it. Obviously, they're not watching.
To start my day, I lost myself in a familiar song. I close my eyes and I slipped It's more than a feeling. When I'm tired and thinking cold, I hide in my music, forget the day, and dream of the girl I used to know. I close my eyes and she slipped away. She slipped away. It's more than a feeling, more than a feeling. When I hear that old song that used to play, and now begin dreaming, more than a feeling. I see Mary Ann walk
There you go, man. That's that's the sound. That's the sound, man. So I'm gonna hit this foot switch right here, and let's go. Oh, one more time. Sorry. That is the sound, man. I'm telling you, I love that. I mean, this takes me back to when I was a teenager. That's why I say time machine. You know, time machine for this type of music. You know. Let's look at the chat real quick here. And Greasy Monkey Guitars, what's up, man? Let me get my stuff ready here. Man, God, I'm all a mess here. Greasy Monkey Guitars says I ordered mine Thursday morning, and let's see. It jumped on me. And I ordered mine Thursday morning, and by Saturday evening, it was in my mailbox. That was a nice surprise. Yeah, you're going to love it, my friend. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Mr. Mick. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's if you're a guitar player, man, you're going to love this, man. Andrew says, yeah, they did a good job on it for sure. They did. They really did. Yes. Hey, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Is that? Yeah, TV, what's happening, man? Well, welcome. Yes, sir, that's correct. Yeah, you have to, we were talking about that before, TB, and I had to take the back part of the pedal off, and there's a little switch inside of there, and you move it to the left. You just click it over, and then it's stereo. And I about didn't see that little switch. It was so small. And it was on mono, and I clicked it over to stereo, but I'm still using the TRS cable. Yes, if you want stereo. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you're going to do this kind of deal with this pedal, you definitely want stereo, man. I mean, you know, and it's worth every cent in my book. It's worth every penny. Greasy Monkey Guitar says, I've played through this for 2 hours a day since I got mine. It's so much fun. It is. Yes, it is. It is. That's the whole point, man. It feels so good when you're playing this stuff. TB, hey, man, he says, nice. Sorry I was late to the... Oh, dude, man, no big deal, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Pooh Ninja says, yes, you want stereo. Absolutely. That's the way to go. And there's a few other songs I have on here that have that Rockman sound on the original record. You know, it just has that tone. To me, that's what I always felt. So let's see here. Okay, cool, man. So what Again, I am using some stereo effect pedals coming out of the Rockman X100 just to, you know, because it's fun and it sounds amazing. But the pedal by itself sounds great too. You know, I'm not saying that negative at all. It's a fantastic pedal. So let's see if we can rock things up a little bit if we can. Satch. I love Satch, man. I love Satriani. I mean, I hear that Rockman tone in some of those Satch songs, man. You know, I just let me see here. TB, thank you, man. That's very kind. Thank you very much. Let's give TB a round of applause. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, if you are interested in the MXR Rockman X100 pedal and you like these tones, man, I'm telling you. I would say get one right away because it's oh man, here's something that's definitely a Rockman tone. I just I don't know if I can play it, but let's see. I don't know. That's old school, man. If you don't know what that is, that's old school. Old school. I remember I had that. That's the only TV show I know that had its own motion picture soundtrack or TV soundtrack. Is that right? I don't know. But I remember I had that cassette, and I used to listen to the heck out of that. That's Miami Vice theme, if nobody knows. I'm showing my age. TB says I ordered mine already, but it isn't shipping till February 12th. It guys has to come to Canada. Oh, okay. Oh man, I'm sorry. Man. Well, when you get it, TB, you're gonna love it, man. You're gonna love it. You will love it, sir. I'm having a boatload of fun with this one. And I don't know what's up with this D string. It keeps wanting to fall flat a little. But, you know, that's just the way it is with a Floyd Rose, man. You got to fine tune it every few minutes. Okay, there we go. So let's do this. This is another great song. This is I love this song, man.
Tomorrow's so far away. There's something I just have to say. I don't think I can hide what I'm feeling inside. Another day, knowing I love you. And I get too close again. I don't wanna see them. If I tell you tonight, won't you turn on the lights and walk away, knowing I love you. like you yesterday, to looking for the words to say. Do you wanna be free? Are you ready for me to feel this way? I don't wanna lose you. So it may be just soon ago. The feeling takes so long to grow. If I tell you today, will you tell me when and let me go? I don't want to lose you. I'm gonna take you by surprise and make you realize you never know. I'm gonna tell you right away, I can't wait another day, you never know. I'm gonna say you like a man and make you understand, you never know. Oh no. You and I know when we can wait, and I swear we're not gonna let go. Tomorrow may be too late. You and I, girl, we can change our lives together. It's now or never, and tomorrow may be too feeling the way I do. I don't wanna wait my whole life to say I'm in love with you.
I love that song. I love that song, man. That is such a beautiful song. Let's see, man. Let's check out the chat here, and let's see. Terry. Yeah, man. Let me get my stuff ready. What's up, Terry? Yeah, that was the Miami Vice theme, man. Old school. So somebody caught it, didn't they? What's up, Terry? Thank you, man. Let's see. TB comments in the chat. He says, I have a Rockman X100, but the batteries are a pain. Looking forward to this pedal. Yeah. I remember when I bought mine, the guy that sold it had the original power supply, and he sold it separate. And I first bought it, I have the Soloist, and I put batteries in it. It didn't last long at all, and I was like, come on, man. So I went back and bought the power supply. He charged like, I don't know, $30 for it. Something. Let's see here. Greasy Monkey Guitars, he says, I've been on a G.A.S. program for the 6 months now, but when I see the announcement for this, it was all over. Yeah, man. When you try to go straight and not let that stuff get to you, you end up getting it. Yeah, that's right. Flick your Bix, Andrew says. Lighters up in the sky, man. Oh, Michael Curtis. Hello, man. How are you? Thank you. Thank you for being here, man. Is this live or pre-recorded? This is live. This is live, my friend. Yes. Oh, yeah. Always live, man. That's the fun part of of playing on a platform like this. You just do it live, man. That's the only way to do it. I mean, it isn't, but for me it is. You know, you can do a pre-recorded video, but it just doesn't get the same response. You want to be able to converse with the chat, man. And I was watching a live stream of this guy on some totally different content on YouTube. He went live. He had a few people on with him. He was never addressing the chat, nothing. And his channel just recently kind of exploded. And the people in the that were on the stream with him said, "Hey, man, you need to address the chat." And he's like, "Well, I'm trying to talk to y'all." He's like, "Yeah, but you need to acknowledge the chat. They're here." And I was like, "Yeah, man, for real." So anyway, he's a pretty seems like a pretty cool dude, but he looks kind of goofy too. But you know, whatever. Who am I to talk? Greasy Monkey Guitars could have been worse. I was looking at a Rickenbacker 620. I remember you talking about that in the last live stream, my friend. But only after I move a few things. Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to put some stuff on Reverb, as y'all are well aware of. Like I did a video about it, and luckily, thank the Lord, everything sold except one. There's one guitar left up there, the Zakk Wylde Epiphone, and it hasn't sold yet. I'm sure it should. I mean, it's a good price. I'm surprised that somebody hadn't picked it up yet, but I sold everything else. So when Reverb starts to release the funds, I can go ahead and take care of this heat pump bill. That's why I went ahead and put it all up there, because it was just, you know, it was a lot of money. But, you know, like I said, thank God. So. But this is an amazing pedal, man. $229. And again, I have some stereo effects hooked up to it, just to enhance everything, because it's just more fun that way for me. Let's see. Let me check this. Man, this chat's moving. Thank y'all very much. Mr. Mick has a comment. I got to get closer to the. Mr. Mick asked a great question. Let's see. Great question, Mr. Mick. Did you get some money back from Sweetwater because it wasn't overnighted? Yes. Big thumbs up to my rep at Sweetwater. I called him this morning. Well, for me it was morning. It's, you know, afternoon for everybody else. But yeah, he Paul Eckert. Paul Eckert is the name. He took care of it. He said, "Man, I'll refund you that," and he did. So yeah, thank God, because I was like, "Wait a minute, man." But yeah, he pulled up my account and he saw where I paid that, and it just, you know, for whatever reason, somebody dropped the ball. I don't know if it was in the warehouse or FedEx or whoever, but let's see. Greasy Monkey Guitars, I've seen you're only down to one listing. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Greasy Monkey Guitars. I appreciate that, man. Yes. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Let's see. Let me see here. I'm trying to read this. Is Reverb still sending out the 1099s for sales over 600, or was that delayed? I have no idea. That is a great question. You might want to email them on that, sir. I do not know. I'm sure I'll get something next year, you know. But yeah, man, it's just, you know, it's one of those things. I've sold stuff on there, and a long time ago, and I did a boo-boo. I did something I shouldn't have done, but they caught that, and I paid for that, and they kind of strike my butt a little bit, and they said, "Hey, don't do that no more, or you'll be blackballed." I was like, "Okay, sorry." So, so if you're doing business on Reverb, keep it on Reverb. All right, keep it on. Just take it from me. Keep it on Reverb. Don't try to be slick. Don't do that. So let's see if we can find another song. I don't know, man. Let me see here. All right, we'll try this song. This will be a fun song. Let me I need to get to the overdrive's highest overdrive setting. So we'll do it. We'll try it. Let's see what happens here. Gotta have some fun, y'all. Let's see. Michael Curtis has a comment. Let me highlight that. Michael Curtis says, I didn't realize the Rockman would do the Van Hagar tone. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's different. It's kind of an odd pairing, but it's just fun to play with it, you know, and you know, why not, man? Got it hooked up, so let's see, what else we got? We on this one? Okay, yeah, all right. Oh. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's look at some more of these comments. Mr. Michael Curtis chimes in. He goes, "No complaints here, man. The Van Hagar era was a big part of my teens." I love the Van Hagar era, man. That's my favorite era. I mean, I love both. I mean, people, some of the diehard fans, they lose their crap when you say that. I mean, come on, man. It was awesome. It was Van Halen, but they were still two different kind of bands. I mean, to me, I mean, you put a new singer in and kind of do pop music, you know, you still did some cool rock music too, but come on, man. Sammy can still sing his ass off, man. I mean, he's just, I don't know. Dave was excellent for that era. For that early era, he was excellent. Nobody else could have done that. He was perfect, and I love Dave's stuff back then. But you can't hold a candle to Sammy, man. Even now. Hey, Mr. Bruce, what's going on, man? Mr. Bruce, I ain't seen you in a while. He goes, "What's up, Joe?" Wins. Yeah, man, we're winning. No, I'm playing. That's all good. I know what you meant, brother. Good to see you, Mr. Bruce. Thank you for being here, man. Let's see, man. Let's see. Mr. Bruce comments on the Van. We're getting into that Van Halen thing. Mr. Bruce says both bands had Eddie, and that's enough for me. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, come on. That's why everybody wanted to go check him out anyway. It was because of Eddie. Eddie was just, the man. And I think his birthday was just the other day. Yesterday, was it? Or day before? I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, amazing. So y'all, I'm going to tell you, if you want this pedal, check it out. Get this pedal. You'll be very, very, very happy with it. I love it. Absolutely love it. No, it's okay, Bruce. I know, man. I'm just jerking your chain, man. I understand. I'm on my phone doing voice to text. Believe me, I know how that is. Boy, do I ever know how that is. And I can't never win if I'm driving and my wife, I don't know. That's one thing that gets me. They know I'm driving. I'm like, don't text me, just call me. And I got a headset so I can talk. It's legal. But they want to text you, so I hit that microphone button and I do the talk to text, and sometimes it works, man, and sometimes it spits out something completely different. She's like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "No, it's that's not what I. What'd you call me? No, that's not what I did." It's pretty bad when you. Hey, next time how about going up and shove it up your. What? That ain't what I said. Oh, my goodness gracious. I tell you. Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Yesterday was Eddie's birthday. Thank you. Yes, I saw it on Facebook when I got home early this morning, and I couldn't remember if that was yesterday or what. Let's see. Hey, Martin, how are you doing, man? Let's give Martin a round of applause. He says, I think the Queen album, A Kind of Magic, was recorded on a Rockman and not a Vox. Was that AC30? Yeah. Interesting. I don't know a lot about Queen. I know I always wondered about that too, man. Some of their songs had that kind of Rockman tone to it. I know that Brian May would cock his wah pedal a certain way to kind of get a different tone, right? And I know Mark Knopfler did that on that Money for Nothing Dire Straits song. So if you cock the wah, kind of bring it. So it does give you a different tone. I've never really done that. I don't know if Zach Wild does that either. But there's a few guitar players that do that. I find that very fascinating. And I don't know if Satch does it or not. Alex. Hey, Alex. How are you, man? Alex says, Joe, how did you get that pedal so early? Man, I actually got it later than I was supposed to, man. I ordered it Thursday, and I paid for overnight shipping. It was supposed to be here Friday, and it just showed up today. So I had to call Sweetwater and say, man, y'all need to refund me on some shipping because I didn't get it. So my rep, he hooked me up, man. He hooked me up. But yeah, I got lucky, man, I guess, you know. Damn, everything's back ordered now? Are you serious? Crap. Mr. Bruce makes a comment. Damn, these things are flying off the shelf. I didn't know there'd be that much of a demand. I mean, I knew it would be a hot item, but I didn't know it would be like that. Maybe that's what happened with me. That something they sent mine somewhere else, and they was like, oh, this guy already paid, and we're supposed to ship it. But anyway, Sweetwater took care of it. They refund me the overnight charge, so that's good. Mr. Bruce says Queen's Account of Magic was the soundtrack for Highlander, the movie. I didn't know that. Queen, another fantastic band, Queen, man. Golly. Alexander, hey, man, thank you for being here. He says his is back ordered. I'm sorry, man. That's... Wow. Man. Yes. Yeah, I knew they were going to show it at NAMM. So I remember when NAMM was going on, it was like the day of NAMM. So it was like 2 a.m. my time. So I went on Sweetwater and ordered it right then because I said, man, these are probably going to get gone. But I didn't know they would get gone that quick. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. So I guess I just got lucky, man. I just jumped on it early, you know. And, dang it, man. I can't get this. What's that? 249? Damn, how come this commenting highlighting? Oh, I gotta hit it. Sorry. 249, too expensive in my humble opinion. Well, it all depends on what you want, man. I mean, it's you know, I think it's worth it. It's better than buying some of these original units. If you go online and look up these original units, man, they are outrageous, and you don't know if they're going to work. But you know, everybody's different. I understand what you mean, man. Hey, Ryan. Hey, man, welcome. Let's give Ryan a round of applause. He said, mine is on back order as well. Oh, no. Alexander said he was too busy at work on the day it launched, and I forgot to order. Oh, man. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll get it to you soon, man. I'm sorry that you are dealing with back orders, man. Let's see here. Man, I'm going to take this guitar off and and sit down for a minute. This is killing my back, man. Let's see. Hold on. Let me how do I do this here? All right. Hang on, guys. Let me get situated here because this leaning over, man, is getting me. Got my Gatorade. I'm thirsty. Man, move this out of the way so I can move some stuff so I can get this chair up here. Make sure we're not tearing nothing up here. Okay. I'm sorry. Please. I apologize. Okay. Let's get the mic over here. Let's let's switch camera angles here. Damn, bring that down. We don't need to see the ceiling, man. Okay, here we go. What time is it? Is it 3:45 already? Oh, man. I don't care. We're going to keep going. I'm the only one here. Ain't nobody else here. If the chat keeps going, I'll keep going. Okay, let's get to the chat, shall we? Mr. Bruce chimes in with, both the pedal and your playing sound good today, Mr. Joe. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Bruce. That's very kind. Thank you. Alexander says, ditto, you sound great. Man, I appreciate that. Y'all are too kind. Thank you. And it's just fun to do, man. You know, it's fun to play. Uh-oh. What did you get? Alexander said, yeah, I just bought a Tonex and a Fender. Oh, man. FR12 too. Add 249 to it. Hey, it's easy to rack it up, isn't it? It's easy to rack up those bills, man, when you're buying equipment. And I know, man. Believe me, I know. I'm telling you. I'm just going to be honest, man. I got so much stuff, and I was like, I need to get rid of some of this stuff and make some money and take care of this bill. And I was like, what guitars do I not play? I mean, the people that got those Charvels, they got some nice guitars, man. There ain't nothing wrong with those guitars whatsoever. And they got some nice stuff, because I would buy those guitars, I'd play them a few times, I'd put them in the case, and I would put them away. Just, I wasn't like, well, I'm going to sell them one day. I just, I said, well, let me swap out and play something else. And when I sold those guitars, they came with hard shell cases. So the customers, they got $120, $130 extra incentive for free, Let's see. Let me check this chat. Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, man, it's easy to rack it up. I know, man. I know, but man, it's fun, isn't it? I mean, it's fun. It's what we do, man. We all have gas. If nobody knows, that's guitar acquisition syndrome or gear acquisition syndrome. Alex, he chimes in. He says, Joe, what is that unit you have that plays the music and you play the guitar over that? Oh, you're talking about this. Let me swap the cameras, Alex. Okay. And when you hear that noise in the background, that's the heat vent is right here, so that the heat's on. It's very cold outside, so I got the noise gates up pretty high to try to cancel it out. So, Alex, to answer your question, this right here is a, Rodecaster Pro 2, and you can put your songs on these sound pads, these little squares that are lit up. Each square has a song on there that I transferred from my laptop over here, and some of these pads have sound effects. So whenever you want something to happen, you just press a pad and it activates that certain sound that's assigned to that pad. You got sliders and stuff right here that acts as your mixer, and this is a touch screen up here, so when you go into all this stuff, you can set things up for stereo. So this eliminates me having to use a DAW. I don't have to use a interface. I don't have to use none of that. This right here, that's the one thing that really I couldn't figure. I was like, how does that work? How does that replace everything? But it does. And it's a lot to get into. I have done a video on this on my channel about this. And but it's a great piece of gear, man. I mean, if you want to do live streams like this, it really helps with the audio clarity. And when I transferred the songs over here to the sound pads, just the quality of the songs blew me away, because I was using an MP3 player for years, and I was like, well, it can't get no better than that. Yeah, it can too. When you have something like this unit, the Rodecaster Pro 2 cost me about $740. And yeah, that's a pretty good chunk. But if you're going to live stream and do like what I'm doing, and there's other channels out there that have these units, and they sound phenomenal. And that's where I got the idea. You know, watching like OU812 Ryan's channel and who else? Jimmy Biter. He's got 2 of them. And I got one and, you know, started to experiment with it and learned how to open it up to get that, you know, huge sound. And it just makes a difference, man. Makes a huge difference. So that's what it is. I hope I answered your question, man. I hope I didn't go off into left field too much. Let's see. Who we got? We got Mr. Boris Delgado. Am I saying that right, man? If not, I'm sorry. He wants to know, he says, greetings, Mr. Joe, your pedal chain, please. Yeah, pedal chain is, I have 2 boards. I have 2 pedal boards side by side, okay? So the first board, starting from right to left. Now, these are going to be the pedals that you would have like in front of your amp. You know, so let's pretend that the Rockman pedal is the amp. All right. So the first pedal, of course, is the wah pedal, just a crybaby wahs. I don't know, $80, $70. The next pedal is the EVH flanger. Had to look at it. I don't know if y'all can. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it on this angle either. No, you can't see it. And then when you get to the first board, the first pedal is a Boss Chromatic Tuner, and then to the left of that is a EVH MXR Phase 90. Next to that is a mini Rodevibe Hendrix. Next to that is a EVH 5150 Overdrive. And then on the top part of the pedal board is a Boost Grande clean boost pedal. And it says BBE on the bottom of it. And then next to that is a MXR Classic Overdrive. And then next to that is a Boss Equalizer GE7. It's the 7-band EQ. And then out of that Boss goes into the Rockman pedal. And then out of the Rockman pedal, I'm using a TRS cable, which that goes single to 2 ends for stereo. And remember, you have to take the back plate off of this pedal and switch that, flip that switch over to stereo, so it'll do stereo. So out of the Rockman X100 TRS cable into a Electro Harmonics Cathedral Reverb, it's a pedal about like this, got knobs on the top. Then it goes to the Boss DD5 digital delay. So now we're going into the effects that would be like in your effects loop. So these effects are after the Rockman. So what I did is I just kind of made a homemade effects loop. So once again, out of the Rockman, the Cathedral Electro Harmonics Reverb, and then the Boss DD5, and then the Donner white tape delay. And then next to that is the Hardwire stereo chorus. And then it goes into the Boss STE 3000 dual delay. And then finally into the TC Electronic Mimic. And out of the Mimic goes into the Rodecaster Pro 2. So there's quite a few pedals there. And, you know, of course, I don't use all of those at once. But the main thing that I use with this Rockman pedal or anything else when I'm playing is that stereo board. What I just told you was after the pedal. The delays, the chorus, and the Mimic. Those are the main pedals that I always have on all the time because it provides that great stereo sound. So I hope I answered your question, my friend. I hope. And yeah, it just kind of started building over time. I would get this and that, and let's see. I'm probably behind on these comments. Hey, Richard, how are you, man? Let's give Richard a round of applause for hopping in. Thank you. He says, quick question. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, that's what a lot of people are wanting to know. For stereo, is it a splitter out mono cables left and right? So, yeah, you have to, on this Rockman X100 pedal, you take the 4 screws off the back and there's a plate. And on that circuit board, you'll see a tiny switch. And if it's over to the right, it's mono. You take that switch and flip it over to the left. Like if I'm looking at it, took the plate off and I'm looking at it, I go flip it to the left. It's going toward the edge of the pedal. And then you put your TRS cable on the output, and then the two ends you go into a stereo pedal, and just make sure that the rest of your chain is stereo. If you don't, it's going to knock it down to mono. That's the for me, that was always the tricky part when I was learning this stuff a long time ago. I was like, I don't get it, man. I didn't know what a TRS cable was. People were saying that, and I was like, what? I was like, what is that? So, I had to ask some questions. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you for subbing. Yes. Okay, cool, man. Awesome. Thank you for subbing to the channel. I appreciate that very much. Mr. Bruce says, I dig it. A nice pedal board. I'm still building mine. Yeah, it took... I love your avatar, Mr. Bruce, that Bumblebee. That's awesome. I remember when you bought that. Oof, nice. But, yeah, man, that's why, I sold my Headrush Prime. Can y'all believe that? I sure did. That Headrush Prime I had for a little over a year, man, I sold it. And whoever got it, the guy was really nice. He got it for a good deal. It's practically mint condition. I used it just a handful of times, and it was great, man. But I don't know, man. It got to when I got that Line 6 Pod Express for under $200. I put that on the board and ran everything to it like I'm doing with this Rockman pedal. It blew that. I mean, in my opinion, it blew that Headrush Prime out of the water. I was like, God Almighty! I don't get this. I don't get this. Same effect. So I took the Headrush Prime and I put it up in a case. And I still have my Line 6 Pod Express. I put it in a little Ziploc bag and sealed it with the little cables so it doesn't get damaged. I want to use this Rockman pedal for a while till I get tired of it. Then I'll swap it back out. But yeah, man, I got rid of that Headrush Prime. Sold it. Man, that was one of the first. No, let's see. The first thing I sold was that Hendrix amp head that was sitting right there where that Van Halen album is. That PRS Hendrix amp head was sitting right there. That was the first thing that sold. When I listed that on Reverb, and Reverb gave me a range of what would be a fair price. And so I picked my price, and, I keep things fair, but, I'm not giving the stuff away either. And the guy got it for a killer deal. So that was the first thing that sold, was that PRS amp head, and that guy's already got it, and he said he loved it. So it just didn't work for me. It's a really clean amp, and it just I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting something different, and I said, "Nah, man, it's just real cring cring." And I was like, "Nah, dude, I need to rock out," but it's nothing like a 5150 head or something, or EVH, nothing like that. But if you like that clean stuff, hey man, there you go. Richard comments, he says, I have an Axe 3, so I'll have to go in stereo. Yeah, that's the way to go. That's the only way to go, in my opinion. I mean, it's night and day, man. That's why I kept working on this setup for so long, because I would get everything hooked up. Pardon me. I get everything hooked up, and I have my headphones on, and I'd hit a chord, and the delays were just like in the middle, like you normally hear with anything. It's just like it's just in the middle. I wanted my delays to spread out. What do they call that? Linear or crisscrossing or whatever. Panning. I wanted them to do that, and for the longest time I couldn't figure it out, and I finally, which is very simple. You just got to have it hooked up properly. That's all. It's not a big deal. And then, TRS cable helps. Like I said, if you're coming out of something that has a mono out, use a TRS and then go into your stereo pedals and make sure everything after that is stereo. And then coming out of that last stereo pedal, whatever you're going into, your interface or something like this, and make sure you have your DAW and all that set up for stereo in and stereo out. So there's a lot to it, man. I've been messing with this stuff for a few years, and I've had a lot of stumbling blocks along the way, but it's finally paid off. And for me, when I said I got rid of that Headrush Prime, I went back to just pedal boards. I just like pedals. It took me years to figure that out, but I like pedals better. I like to be able to step on a pedal and it work. I don't have to tap dance on a Headrush Prime. I don't know. That's just me. Bruce says, thank you for, I love the Bumblebee. Yes. EVH Stripe Series. You can't go wrong with that at all. Mr. Martin makes a comment. Let's see here. Martin says, by the way, thanks for the inspiration. I'm going to buy an MXR Rockman for my Ibanez Roadstar 2, and I'll go back to the Haiti. Well, thank you, Martin. That's very kind, man. Thank you for the kind words, man. Thank you, man. That's what I'm trying to do here, man. If it's going to inspire somebody to want to play or get one of these units, that's what we're here for, man. Believe me, I've watched other channels and it inspired me. I mean, a long time ago, you know. And I was like, how are they getting that sound? You know, but I found out they weren't live. It was a pre-recorded video. And I was like, it still sounded great. So it started with that. And this journey started probably about 7 or 8 years ago for me. And the first channel I saw, I just had a back surgery and I was, you know, at home recovering. And the first channel I saw on my TV on the YouTube was Anderton's, and it was Chapman and the whatever, and playing, and just their sound, you know, not to mention, I mean, they're excellent guitar players, but just the audio. Audio is what always gravitated to me. I'm not concerned about if somebody can play like Yngwie or something. That does nothing for me. If somebody's, you know, I mean, yeah, I salute you. That's great, but there's no feeling for me. It just doesn't do anything. But when somebody can play, just using that certain kind of finesse, and they have a great sound, it's very addicting to me, to my ears. And I was like, oh man, how do they do that? So that's when this journey started. And man, it's been a long journey, man. Let's see here. Mr. Martin says, I have one more question. How loud is the noise from the Rockman without a noise gate? If you're referring to the new pedal, there is no noise. They took care of that. If you're talking about this new X100 pedal form, it's not noisy at all. That's one thing that I'm so glad they addressed. I'm not using a noise gate on this board. So that pedal, they must have it built in or something, because my old Rockman modules, like I was talking earlier in the stream, they're very noisy, but that was from 1987. So for that point, it was awesome. But fast forward to now, all these years later, yeah, those things are noisy, but this pedal, not noisy at all. Not noisy at all, sir. I think you'll be very happy with it. Let's see. Richard comments. He says, I have Tonex in front of it, my axe to change EQ, etc. on the fly, but it's mono. Yeah, man, you'll have to look into that. And one thing that helped me a lot, man, was Google and YouTube. And that's one thing that helped me a lot. I would research that stuff for your particular pieces of equipment, sir. And I'm sure you can. The only thing that gets me, man, I'm sure you can find that out, Richard, is what I'm trying to say. But the only thing that gets me is there's some channels that they'll have the title, you know, here's how you do this. And you get on there and they drag it out for 20 minutes. And I'm like, dude, come on. And then they'll leave out a part or something and you're still stuck. But you have to go through different videos and you'll finally come across one where a guy says, look, man, this is what you do. A, B, C, D, boom. you're done. And that's what I had to do. I just had to sit here and go on my phone and punch in what I was looking for. And it worked. Some people just drag it out for whatever. I don't know why. They're crazy. Mr. Curtis, he said, don't say that. Michael Curtis says, sorry if I missed this question. Are you hooked up to an amp or just a computer? That's a great question. I am. I'm not hooked up to an amp, sir. I am hooked up to this right here. This is a Rodecaster Pro 2. That's what I'm hooked up to. And from this goes to the laptop. So no, sir, I'm not hooked up to an amp. I have seen people that have this set up, and they have microphones running to their half stacks, but I don't. For me, that's not going to work because it's just going to be too loud, and my wife, and plus I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing like standing in front of a half stack and playing and feeling that power behind you. That's amazing, and there's nothing like it. But for my setup, I just go direct. And it works just great. And plus I don't, I'm not bothering nobody. I got headphones on. It's not hurting nobody, All right, let's see. Richard says, so Rockman didn't work as stereo, so I have to do stereo and put it on the grid as a different input maybe. Hate to lose my Tonex tweak ability. Yeah, see, it's hard for me to. I don't know exactly how your equipment is or how you have things set up. But the Rockman does work as stereo. You just have to flip that switch. Take the back plate off, and there's a switch in there, and you flip it over to stereo. But you got to have that TRS cable. You know what I'm saying? That's a major. Man, you can get these TRS cables for $20 and under on Amazon. That's where I got mine. Let's see here. I can do Rockman mono inline with the Tonex, but not sure I'm missing out on stereo goodness. Yeah, there's something that's messing you up, that's tripping you up there, man. There's something that's either, I've been through this, I just don't know exactly if I was in the room, so to speak, I could probably, help a lot better. But yeah, this is part of the learning process, man. Yeah. Tonex is mono. And okay, let me ask you this. Is that an effects processor? I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what Tonex is. I haven't looked into that. Tonex is mono input, stereo out. Oh, okay. Kind of like the micro pitch pedal, but you still have to, from what I understand, you still have to use a TRS cable to be able to have the full stereo effect. With the Tonex, I don't know. I've never dealt with that, so I can't say. Yeah, man. Michael Curtis had, I didn't exactly say don't say, well, yeah, I know. You said, you don't have to call me mister. Yeah, I know you didn't. I know you weren't like that. I just, I got you, man. I got you. I totally understand. Yes. TRS cable on Amazon. Right. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. If I can get these comments to move. Oh, okay. Multimedia. I can say stay in mono or leave it. Oh, okay. Nice. Very nice. Very cool, man. Yeah, it's I'm not sure how you would run the Rockman with that. You might have to run the Rockman by itself with a TRS cable out, like what I'm trying. I mean, you can try different things and see what works, and There might be a way you can put that thing in bypass mode and still run the Rockman with it, so it doesn't conflict with the other effects, I guess. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I've never messed with that, so that's all new to me. I was doing good to mess with the Headrush Prime, and I found out that you could. The one good thing I liked about that unit is you could get on the what they call the Headrush Cloud and download rigs from other artists. Some of those were okay, but what was really good was other people that made their own rigs and put up on the cloud, and you can get them. And some of those were incredible. But I just wasn't getting that clarity in that, as Richard said, that stereo goodness like I am with this setup here. And I was like, man, that kind of sucks. Because that thing wasn't cheap. It was like, I don't know, $1,300. So the guy that bought it, he got it for a heck of a deal, man. X3 is on a different planet. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be. I've never looked into that at all, so that would be interesting. But yeah, everybody's different. When you find something that works for you, and I've went through different little effects processors and stuff, and it's fun to tinker with and kind of dial in something. And you're like, oh, okay. And when I started to learn how to hook stuff up properly, that's when things opened up for me. I was like, oh man. So I got the old Zoom G1 Xfour back out, and I put that TRS cable out of the mono into the stereo board. I was like, oh my gosh, man, that's what have I been missing? So just because of a cable, a TRS cable, and learning how to hook stuff up stereo, it's just, that's what I heard on them YouTube videos years ago. I was like, how are those guys getting that sound? Because somebody would demo a product on YouTube, and they would, and it would have that lush, but the guy would never talk about how he got that sound. He just said, this product here, they sent to me from so-and-so company, and it sounds great. And I was like, wait a minute, dude, how do you have it hooked up? And the guy never would say how he had it hooked up. It was like this big secret. And that used to drive me nuts. People ask me how my chain is. I don't mind saying that at all. What I need to do is take a picture and put it on YouTube as a community post. I can put that up there and people can see it. You can take a screenshot of it. You can zoom in on it. You can see exactly what I got. Yes, it can be confusing. Like I said, man, this journey for me started 7-8 years ago, and I just did a little bit of stuff at a time. And sometimes I felt like I wasn't making no headway. Sometimes I felt like I was, Greasy Monkey Guitar says, I used to love my old Zoom 1010 way back in the day. Zoom, I've always loved Zoom. They've made some great products, man. Now, the new thing they have out, that new processor, to me, when I heard a sound demo of it, I wasn't impressed with it. I wasn't impressed with it at all. So I was like, nah. And the only thing is about the Zoom G1 Xfour, a lot of the presets on there, they suck. But the first two are awesome. They put the best ones on the first two patches, were amazing. So I tweaked those just a little to what I like, and it was, it was on the money. So, but right now, this is the Rockman X100, and I've been very pleased with this pedal. It's so much fun to play. I hope that the people that have it, and the kind people in the chat that took the time to chime in, there's quite a few people that have it on back order. They placed the order and it's on back order. Man, I'm so sorry, but it'll get there, man. And when it gets there, you will love it. I'm telling you, you will love it. So just as a disclaimer, again, just remember, I'm using a stereo board after the Rockman, so I'm getting a little bit more enhanced tones, just delay, stereo chorus. The Rockman pedal has a built-in chorus, and I've got it activated. It sounds good, but I wanted a little bit more. And so you just have to keep that in mind. The Mimic pedal doubler, that's an essential must, man. If you haven't never messed with something, you can find them on Reverb for $60-$70 used. I got two of them. The Mimic Doubler is that in a stereo chorus. Man, you put that at the end of your chain, forget about it, man. You'll be in tone heaven. I'm telling you, man. It's just, it reminds me when I'd go to the music store when I was a teenager, man, and I got my first guitar in 86. I was 16 years old. And I'd always go to this music store. It's called Reliable Music. I'd go there all the time. I mean, I didn't have no money. I just went just to watch the salesman, because the salesman in there, it was back in the middle of the 80s, man, mid-80s. So all the salesmen had cool hair, and I never could grow hair like that. I look like a chia pet if I let it grow out. But so I would watch them demo a guitar for a kid, and they had this section in this, I call it the test drive section, and they had like a rack. Where am I at, man? A rack set up like this. Probably can't see it, and they had stereo monitors, one on each side of the rack, and they had a drum throne, you would sit on, and they'd hand you the guitar, and you'd be right in front, and you would play, and you'd hear all that stereo. Of course, it was all rack gear, but that, even back then, I was like, oh my God, how do you get that sound? So I've been infatuated with stuff like that for a long time. Let's see here. Richard says, worth every penny. It's a great pedal. And if I can get that. Oh, yeah. The Rockman is what you're referring to. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, to me, I mean, it's wonderful. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, y'all heard what it sounded like, and like I said, everybody has their own different setups, man. And like I said, when I went to that music store back in the day when I was a teenager, that sound was there, that Rockman sound, along with some other things. But here I am with a little Gorilla amp and a and a knockoff Strat, and I get home and I'm playing, and I was like, it don't sound like it did when those people played. I didn't. And I'd go back, and I was so naive, man. I was just a kid. And I'd go back and I'd ask the salesman, I said, man, my guitar don't sound like when y'all have somebody play it. He goes, man, that's a whole different ball game over there. That's rack gear. And I was like, rack gear? What is that? I didn't know. But it's just a journey, man. It's an awesome journey, and I love playing, and there's nothing like it in the world. And it's the one thing, music, playing guitar is the one thing that keeps me feeling young inside, man. It does. I can have a crap day, and I can come in here, and all that, after I hook up and play, all that goes away. That's the truth. And I don't know how else to explain it. All that goes away, and I feel better. Now, whatever issue I'm dealing with, I'll deal with it. But it's a lot easier to deal with after I come into my oasis and my musical oasis, and just let it off your shoulders, man. Music is therapy, man. It's my therapy. And that's one thing I always did, man. When I was growing up, I was in my room trying to practice, and my mother always said, I was always glad that you picked up the guitar and started to learn how to play it. I was like, really? I said, why he say that? Because she didn't tell me this till I was a grown man. She said, because I always knew where you were at. In other words, she knew I was always upstairs in my room playing. I wasn't out partying, getting drunk, going to parties, getting in trouble with the law. I was always in my room trying to practice, man, and trying to figure stuff out. I'm still doing that today. It's a never-ending journey. Okay, Mr. Mick has a question here. He says, Joe, is the splitter cable a TRS on one end and splits off to two cables? Yes, absolutely. So the TRS cable, one end is just going to be one plug by itself, and it splits off. Let me do this. Sorry. So you got a one end, and it's going to be a male end, and then it splits off to two, and those are male ends as well. And then the one end has red around it, So I use that for the right input, just, so you can kind of differentiate the two ends. That's why they do that. But yeah, it looks like, I always call it a Y cable because it just, but it's called a TRS cable. But yeah. So if you look on Amazon, you'll definitely want, I need to put a link under this video to the cable that I got, and people can just click that link. As a matter of fact, let's look at that now. Let me see if I can I put it in the chat? This is going to take a second here. So, let's see here. And if I can share it in your account. Let's see here. Hold on. Orders. Okay, yeah. Let me do this here. Let's see if I can look at my past orders. Oh my God, come on, man. What are y'all doing this for? Let's see. Okay. Amazon, man. Can't just make stuff easy. Make you jump through all these hoops. What? No, I just want to get to my account. There we go. Man, why are they asking me all this stuff? Okay. Or maybe I can share the picture as well. So let's see. Let me see here. Let me go down. We got, there it is right there. View your item. Okay. This is what it'll look like. And let me go to, I'm going to share screen. So hold on. I'm sorry. And let's go right here. And I'm going to show you what it looks like here. Sir, I know I have to present it too. Let me hide this comment. And we had to add the scene. Looky there. Okay. So here's what you want right here, Mr. Mick. Right there is that Ticino 1/4-inch TRS stereo. That's exactly what you want. That's what I have right there. So let's see if I can share this. If it'll let me put it in the chat. And no, yeah, this is what I got right here. Let me see if it'll let me copy this. Copy. And we'll try to put this in the chat here. Don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. Okay, let's see. Enter. See if that'll work. And but that's it right there. That is it, sir. And that is what helps you get the magic. Yeah, there you go. There's the I hope that link works, man. If not, you can type in the name of it that I told you. So yeah. Let me stop sharing scene. There we go. Okay, y'all, that's going to do it for me. I got to go. It's almost 4:30, and I got to do a couple of things around here. I got to grab something to eat. And hey, by the way, a shameless plug. If you're not subbed to my second channel, The Average Joe, hey, there should be a link in the description of this, and give me a sub, man. I'm trying to build up that channel, and it's a daily vlog, and so yeah, that's what you have. Okay, cool. Awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm glad that worked. Great. Good deal, man. So glad that, yeah, because when somebody first told me about it, I didn't know what that was. But anyway, thank y'all very much for watching. I appreciate it so much. I got to get out of here, and get some stuff ready. Sub to my second channel, The Average Joe, if you like daily vlog content. That channel is very new. It's about maybe 2.5, 3 weeks old. Check it out, man. And we'd love to see you over there. We're trying to get up. The goal is 1,000 subs, but we're a long way from that. Right now I'm trying to get 50 so I can go live on that channel. So everybody, thank you so much, and we will talk to you later. God bless. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you then. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.